Welcome to another edition of the Sim Racing Garage. I'm Barry Rowland, and in this episode, we'll be doing a review on the Bodnar USB interface for Logitech shifters. For those looking to use their Logitech shifters with something other than the Logitech Wheelbases that they own. Now, this interface has been around for quite a while now, and I thought it was time that we put this little gem through the SRG's review process. So let's get to it. Now we'll take a closer look at the Bodnar USB interface for a Logitech shifter. First off, there's really no branding on this, which is a little surprising. I thought for sure there'd be something on there indicating that Bodnar had made this, but I bet you inside there is. Anyway, not a whole lot to see here, and we'll do the closer look in and look inside segment at the same time because of that. First off, we have a male DB9 interface here. And of course, we're just going to plug that into our G29 here. And it has a female DB9. Very simple, plug them in, and you're almost done. On the other side, we have a USB B-type interface that you see in printers and handbrakes and pedals. A lot of things use this interface, especially in our sim racing world. So if you don't have one of these cables, you're going to have to get one. It converts from A to B. I have several laying around, as you might imagine, here at the SRG. For the years I've been doing this, I've definitely got a lot of cables laying around. So, not an issue for me. Now, not a lot, like I said, to see on the closer look here, just some injection molded plastic, but we will go ahead and pull this apart, or if we can without breaking it, and see what's inside. So let's do that now. Alright, so which way I want to do this? I'm going to just take a screwdriver and very gently pry up and in on the tab. I know there's a locking tab in here. So there we go. Alright, you got to be very careful when you do that. You want to shove the screwdriver all the way in here, and yeah, that would be bad. Hit a trace on the board in there. Right, not much to see here. Just injection molded plastic, right? Right, so here's the business end where all the good stuff happens. And that is in the board itself, and you can see the printing there. It says G25, 27, and 29 shifter interface, and we also have on the bottom Bodnar 2015. So this has been around for a while, this interface, and I know a lot of people have been using them with great success to be able to run their shifters on the PC without having to go through the wheelbase. Always a good thing. Now again, you have to remember with these things that because we're connecting this and going to USB, you won't be able to use this shifter with one of the consoles, Xbox or PlayStation, because this needs to go through the wheelbase for that to happen. And you have to have the right wheelbase, obviously, for the Xbox or the PlayStation. Okay, so yeah, not much else to see here, so we'll see if we can snap this together without too much drama. And I'm pretty sure we can. Let's see. Yeah. All right, there we go. Now we've got it closed up, and no one will ever have to know that we were inside mucking about. Right? So yeah, not a whole lot to see here. And what we'll do is just go ahead and get this stuff mounted and plug it into the PC, Windows, and maybe we'll take a quick look at the game, what we're actually seeing when we plug this in as a USB device, and see how Windows recognizes it. Do a little driving. And yeah, this will probably be one of the shortest videos in SRG history because there's really not a lot to see here, and it is what it is. It's just a USB interface, and either works or doesn't work. So we're going to find out in the next segment if it works. Right, so now we'll take a look at how Windows sees this device, and we'll go over to the control panel and devices and printers, of course, as usual. And there we see our devices, and there's the interface right there. It's calling itself a Logitech G27 shifter. And of course it's a G29, but that's just the way the firmware is written on the chip that's on the controller for the USB interface. So we'll just go ahead and right click on that and see what we get. And we get all the way at the bottom, Logitech G27 shifter. We'll go to properties and see how this thing is working. Let me drag that up. All right, so there it is. And the buttons, of course, are going to be like our shifts. Right now I have it in first gear. There's neutral, where no buttons are activated. So we go first, second, 2 for second, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like the way that the button number is actually corresponding to the shift or the gears on the shifter. It's pretty cool. Sometimes you get a H-pattern shifter and they're backwards and all around, but yeah, this is pretty much the same. Let's see what reverse looks like. And that's 7. Ah, perfect. So there we have it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. All right. So it looks like everything is good. And by the way, this is Windows 10 64-bit build 1803. And again, no problems seeing this USB interface in this particular build of Windows. So what we'll do next is just go ahead and start driving it and see how it feels. So here we are at Sebring and iRacing in the Lotus 79, my favorite combination for testing things. And really, I'm not going to show you a lot of driving here because obviously it's just the USB interface doing its job here, which is letting us use this shifter, and I'm using it with my SimSteering 2 here. So yeah, just letting us use our shifter with whatever wheel we want to. And yeah, not missing any shifts because the interface is doing exactly what it's supposed to do and never missed a beat. The G29 itself, however, is a bit vague on shifting, but that's another review that I already have up. So yeah, Logitech interface is working great. Never had a problem with it. Windows saw it. And so yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and get to the final thoughts of the Bodnar USB interface. Final thoughts on the USB interface for the Logitech G-Series shifters from Leo Bodnar. Now, there are times when you may want to use your shifter for something other than the wheel system that it came with. And this is why Leo Bodnar first created this USB interface. It has been around for quite a while now, and the fact that it works with shifters from the G25 up to a G29 should keep it in demand for the foreseeable future, I think. Really not much to review here, as it's just a circuit board with the required connector interfaces to allow it to do its job. So yeah, pretty much a one-trick pony. But if this is what you need for your shifting requirements and you want something that just works right out of the box, then the Leo Bodnar USB interface is the one I would have at the top of my list. I'm Barry Rowland. Thanks again for watching the Sim Racing Garage channel. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and help support what we do here at the SRG by visiting our website at simracinggarage.com.